Hi, Facebook, we're back.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
I'm eating pizza because I'm going to get murdered later.
Computer
Get that
issues.
feeling while you can.
Computer issues.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, when we last left off, you were going to set up an ambush for Target Alpha. So how do you go about doing that? What are you doing? Where are you going?
We had a plan.
Bobby says it sounds good.
No, we don't have a plan yet. Though.
Okay.
I know we just said we had a plan. We don't need no. That's how we
The plans are stupid.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and put in a call to Ernie Kovacs.
Ernie
He's
Kovacs.
my business associate.
Okay. All right.
Beep, 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 beep. This is your brick, or is everybody back in?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, he picks up.
Which is probably dead now because he probably used it twice tonight, so it's probably it's probably dead. I like to hook it up to Studebaker here.
Hold still. Let me plug it.
Oh yeah, that
Was that your asshole? Ooh.
It is now.
Ooh.
I didn't know we were dating.
Cigarette lighter.
We're not.
for butt plug. Okay, so yeah, he's like, Ernie Kovacs, what can I do for you?
This is Adrian.
Hey, Adrian, how's it going?
Not too bad. Glad you're still alive.
Yeah, I'm actually out of town right now, so maybe that's a good thing. I see you're still alive as well.
For right now.
All right, that's good news.
Could use some help though.
I imagine.
You know, I'm sure if you don't, maybe you know some real estate people.
Oh yeah.
But we need an empty building
All right.
somewhere away from the residential areas up here.
Okay, in Chicago, that should be pretty easy to find.
Don't need to buy it. We just need the location of one.
All right. Is this? I'm assuming you want it in a secluded or not so good part of town.
Sounds good.
Okay. He does. Are you looking for a tenement building or a warehouse or a factory, or what kind of setup do you need?
Warehouse sounds good.
Warehouse.
We don't want it to be a huge maze. We just need it to be big
All right.
with some cover here and there.
Okay. I'll call you back in about half an hour.
If you can possibly make it look like we own it, great. If you got some fancy paperwork, but other than that, it doesn't really matter.
Okay. Well, that'll take a little longer, but I can get you. I'm sure I can find a location for you. I'll be back in touch.
Okay, I've got some other stuff to do, so
Okay.
thank you.
Sure thing.
And stay safe.
Yeah, you too.
Hang up with that.
He's on a beach somewhere. Sucker. No. So, okay. So you call
He's a
him.
human, isn't he?
Yeah, he's what they call a Crowley.
Okay.
He knows about the canon. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, he is human.
Now I say we go,
Ice cream.
yeah, ice cream.
He's like, let's go get ice cream.
Oh, that sounds good.
We go to the,
I wonder what's sorry. Right. Okay.
who were the oboes? The oboes? Is that
Well, they couldn't. No.
yeah, the oboes.
The oboes are a musical band.
Yeah.
What a neat.
You can bring them. I mean, I don't know how they're going to work out, but
They'll provide that sort of in-game sort of musical tension when they come in. As soon as they open the door, it's like, oh. Go see Kiko, who's under us. You remember?
Oh, okay, yeah.
The Ubos?
Yeah.
The Asian butterfly vampires.
Yeah. Do you want to see Jade? He was the guy
Or
who's.
Kiko she's our gun dealer.
Yeah.
So it's actually
Jade is the guy who's kind of.
Jade.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you know.
Well, actually, yeah, let's go touch base with Jade first.
Okay. All right. You know pretty much a couple of his hangouts where a lot of his vampires, the Ubos, kind of hang out. So, yeah, you can go to one of the. It's probably kind of like a dance club with an Asian kind of influence to it. Kind of like. Oh, okay. You remember does anybody remember the movie Black Rain with Michael Douglas?
Oh yeah.
Remember the karaoke bar that Kate Capshaw ran? It's kind of like they all went and did karaoke there, but it's that kind of like Asian futuristic. That's kind of what this place is. So yeah, basically you can go there and him and his crew are kind of lounging about.
Okay. Probably if we can take a drive around first.
Yeah.
And see if we can see anything.
Looks pretty normal.
Anything out of the unusual or
No, not really.
okay.
Not really.
Then we'll go ahead and make our way in.
Okay. This is a bar that caters to kin and human, mostly human, but kin are allowed. So it's kind of like if you're kin, you go in the back door in case there's something going on, but there is kind of like a sectional area where if you pass for human, you can go in where the humans are, but the back half of the bar is...
We'll go into the back door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we always do.
You're like... So basically you guys walk in and in there it's kind of dark, kind of loud, a lot of neon, a lot of techno music going on, house music, and yeah, you do see some of the Ubos around, and up in kind of a corner table you do see Jade with probably two girls kind of sitting there talking over drinks or whatever, but he's just kind of in the corner booth with a girl on each arm, and some of the Ubos are near him, but they're not all at the same table. And as you guys walk in, as you guys kind of walk in, he kind of happens to glance in your direction, and you notice when he sees you, he kind of not tenses up, but kind of like, huh.
Now we still have a deal going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they pretty much work for us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's kind of like that. Oh, okay. So, does it look like you're going right for him?
No. Do I know of another, like he has a private office or anything like that here?
Yeah, he does.
I kind of motion and go in that direction.
Oh, okay. So he pretty much nods and kind of chats with the girls. They laugh. He kind of excuses himself and kind of gets out of the booth and is going to meet you in that office.
Okay.
So when you guys get up there, he kind of closes the door behind you guys, and he's like,
So I was going to stay in the...
actual bar?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anybody else staying in the bar?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So you three are going to stay down in the bar. Gideon will probably come with you unless you tell him
Yeah,
otherwise.
I'll go with him.
Okay. So he closes the door and kind of, well, glad to see you're all right.
Hope you weren't planning on me being dead.
No, but I was kind of worried what would happen if it did happen. I've been kind of waiting for word to find out what's going on.
Because, we know who we're dealing with, and we got a way to deal with them.
All right. That's good.
Would like your help on a certain matter, though.
What's that?
I'm going to need some of your men to keep watch over a building. Kind of let us know when someone comes in and make sure they don't leave.
Babysitting job?
Basically. We'll be taking care of them inside, but I want to make sure no one leaves.
Oh, all right.
There might be another thing, too. I might want you to do if I could get a hold of the materials. Would any of you guys know how to use explosives?
Yes. Most of my guys do, actually.
Do you have any on hand?
I can get some real quick. What do you need?
It goes enough to take down a building when we're all done. Make it look like an accident. Well, not necessarily an accident, but make it hard for anyone to distinguish who was inside of it when we're done.
Yeah, we can do that.
If you need to, Kika would probably help.
We could probably procure those enough explosives within the hour.
You got more time. You got more time than that.
Oh.
We still got to find the building.
Oh, you gotta. Well, all right then. Okay. Well,
Unless you have a building you want us to blow up.
not that I want it blown up. No. It says, but if you give me the address, I can. How many men do you want? Just enough to keep people in.
Enough to keep people in. If
Obviously,
they're-
you can leave, you and your crew, but
Yeah.
all right.
So maybe about 10 to 12. That should be enough to at least cover whatever exits are coming out of there.
And you just want them out of sight.
Out of sight. Let anybody who's coming in go in. But once things start going down, if they see someone leave us, not one of us, try and do their best to stop them. They're going to be tough, though.
All right.
So I'll tell you now, I won't lie to you. They're going to be target alphas.
Kind of like
They're
target
going to be
alpha.
rogue target alphas. They've got no backup coming to them. There's 5.
Actually, there's. Where did I put that? There's 11 of them.
Oh, there's 11 of them?
There's 11 of them.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I remember talking about like 5 of them or something.
No.
Okay. Well, can you spare 24 men?
Yeah, you're like, there's 11 of them. He's like, I'll get some more men. Yeah.
Yeah. One of them might be a little bit different. He might be some sort of kin operative.
Really?
So the other was of the others. Now the others, there's only one that we know of that we may have been fucking around with.
Well, there was one that you know of that was developing the serum, but you think some of the men may have been taking this serum, is what Sam
Maybe
told
more
you.
of the men have been
So
taken.
some of them might be a little tougher than
Okay.
human.
But weren't we talking like there was one guy that was kind of like, was there the Pacific guy that was kind of
Yeah, the ones you guys did find out about, the leader is James Shepard,
Yeah.
and they all have code names. His code name is Nemesis. There was a guy named Merlin who specialized in kin lore and stuff like that, and there was a medic named Doc who also specialized in kin lore. It seems like they were the ones creating the serum, and Merlin has some knowledge of like black magic, maybe sorcery,
okay.
but they're kind of combining that to create serums from kin that they've captured.
We have a Wally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You also know those are the 3 that you know of by name.
Okay.
But he does have a team, and they all have code names. But Merlin and Doc are the ones. But some of the team members may be taking this serum, but
Okay.
probably not all of them.
I explained that to him.
So there was a couple that he's like, all right, well, we'll keep an eye on it.
So, and whatever weapons you need, just take from our stores.
Well, I'm sure we've got.
Because
plenty
he's the
of
one that
cover.
stores all our weapons.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Use them locally.
We'll use what we need.
So, does he have a phone or anything?
He does.
Okay. So I'll relay, when we find the right building, we'll relay it to you.
Okay. All right. Sounds
So
good.
other than that, we might be staying low for a little while. So it may not even happen tonight. It might be tomorrow night.
I'll wait for your word.
But be ready for whenever it comes down.
We'll get Kiko on the phone now, and we'll get this going so it's ready.
Okay.
And I'll choose some of my best men to be there and watch. All right.
Fireworks.
Down in the club, nothing really happens. It's
Yeah, there is.
party central.
Totally something going on.
What do you got?
Studebaker's dancing like a motherfucker.
Okay. So once that's done, you guys can leave that
Go
club.
back down and find them, and then, unless you guys have anything else, I suggest maybe we go back to Wally's and hang low there for a while.
Actually, it would probably be better to go someplace other than a address that one of us has, if they've
Yeah.
already found that out.
I just don't think they would probably figure out Wally's, but if we got someplace else we can go,
Go to my place.
we can go IHOP.
Nobody likes the junkyard.
Could go there. No one's going to suspect that. Yeah, a junkyard.
Yeah, that would be better than an actual apartment.
Okay.
Don't let the chickens know you're coming.
Well, you're going
Or
with us, are you?
Or pigeons, yeah.
Yes, I got the chickens.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So you guys head out to his junkyard and
Yeah.
kind of lay low for a bit. Okay.
Welcome to the stewed room. This is a, if you could imagine an old 60s, like, swingers bar mixed with a, I don't know what, car parts and junk of all types.
Okay.
And he's got pigeon coops. He's basically a cave. He's like in this pile of debris, stacked cars and whatnot. He's just kind of hollowed the middle out, and that's where his place is.
Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't think about that.
Well, while you guys go there directly, I'm gonna head back to my place to top off my magic power.
He's gonna stroke his chicken.
Well, a few of them.
Okay.
Join you.
When you get back, you go into your apartment. It's empty. Nobody's home.
What about
Jesse.
Jesse?
There's a note on the kitchen
Oh, okay.
or on the fridge. It says, "Went out with some friends. Be back later."
It's an old abandoned warehouse.
Yeah. Went out with some friends. We're gonna join Target Alpha. See what that's all about. They seem like cool guys.
Did they have raids back in the 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably about when they started, didn't they?
No.
They started a little earlier than that because I remember
80s.
mid 80s.
Okay.
I believe.
All right.
The ecstasy didn't come till my
Just play different music as
Yeah.
well.
So yeah, you go home, you do what you need to do with your chickens, and get your magic ramped back up. You guys all go to the junkyard. Yeah, it's a junkyard, so it's definitely not your 4-star penthouse apartment in New York, and it's not Wally's cool little flat. It's a junkyard. So, but yeah, how long do you guys want to stay there, or how long do you need to stay there? Or?
Well, we gotta stay until we figure Ernie's gonna call us back. So.
Okay, so yeah, after about 45 minutes to an hour, you do get a call from Kovacs, and he basically tells you, yeah, I got a perfect property. It's up north, kind of not far from Cabrini Green, where it's like pretty bad up there. There is a warehouse up there that's kind of out by the waterfront. There's nobody around, and actually most of that area has been scheduled for demolition. There's like 7 buildings there that are just waiting to be demolished, and this is one of them. And he said, if you need the deed, I could probably put it in your name, or I could actually file some fake paperwork that the demolition is going to go through early. So, as far as anybody knows, it could get blown up demolition style, like collapse the building, and then if anybody looked into it, there would be paperwork that said, oh, we moved it up because of some scheduling stuff.
I like that.
So he'll do that.
Let's do that.
So basically, he'll put the paperwork in, so if anybody looks into it, what happened to that building? Oh, I get this paperwork. Some douchebag downtown wanted to get it done earlier, so they got pushed through, and they did it at night.
Okay.
It's a rush job or whatever. So,
Oh, it was supposed to be south.
he did that for a school once. It worked out beautiful.
It worked out beautifully. Kids are still there and everything.
Yeah.
I'll call Jade and
Okay.
give him the information.
Okay. And he's pretty much already heard from Pico, and he's like, how much C4 do you want? Enough to level that
I probably
building?
did ask Ernie what size the building was.
Yeah, you would have told him.
So-
it's pretty good size.
I relayed that information to Jade.
Yeah, he's like, we got it covered, and you want it done. Bring down the building style so it looks legit.
Just like a demolition if you can.
Yeah, these guys can do it. So if you want, they can head over there within the hour and get it ready, if it's safe for them to do so.
Go ahead.
Okay.
You're free to go there. Let me know when you're done.
Okay.
And then make sure the rest of them stay hidden.
Right.
And then
So is this a go tonight?
it is a go to. What time is it right now?
Actually, it's probably about midnight.
Okay.
So you got like 4 or 5 more hours
Okay.
before sunrise.
Okay, yeah. It is for tonight then.
Okay. So, actually, it's probably about 11:30 because all that happened at 10. You went to the squat, so it's probably like 11. Well, yeah, 11:30 or midnight. So you got plenty of time. So basically, they go set the charges and get into position. They call you back and say, we're ready to go.
Okay.
Now you said the address was close to the water.
Yeah, I mean, it's not right on the water, but it's that way. It's close.
How close?
Maybe 2 city blocks away.
2 blocks?
Yeah.
Okay. in that case, I'm gonna head down to the waterfront, get to my boat, and move the boat head up towards the area, and call me when you're headed that way, and then kind of stay outside as an outside backup so that I can come in as they come in. I can.
Okay.
Okay. So get your boat up near the area and just kind of wait for your call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, once Wally gets back,
Yeah, he comes back pretty soon. So
we can head on out there, and then I will call, what's her name?
Cicero.
Cicero.
Okay.
Give her a time, make sure that we're there beforehand with plenty of time.
Right.
Give her a time and a location and see if she can actually put something out.
Pass on the tip to the
Pass on the tip.
agents
Yeah.
and let them know that she may have a lead
Just
on
the
it.
tip.
Yeah. Okay. All right. She's like, I'll call me when you're in position. I'll give the tip unless you want to give me like do it whatever.
I just give her a time.
Okay.
Give us plenty of time to get there
Okay.
and get situated.
All right. So 10 minutes later. No.
Yep.
Basically, you guys get there, get situated. You probably do get a phone call, and it's just Cicero's voice. Done. Click.
Okay.
So it's a waiting game.
Dumb. I mean, what? You say dumb?
Done. So you're in a warehouse. The warehouse itself is pretty much barren. It's empty. It's got catwalks. It's like a 2.5 story warehouse.
There's a bear in the warehouse?
It's
And
a
so
bear
he's
behind.
dancing to disco.
So it's a 2.5 story
I'm a
warehouse.
dancing bear.
The second story is a little bit higher, but it's catwalks up there. Lots of catwalks. Everything else is
no.
cleared out because it's ready for
outta
demolition.
here.
Although you do see some stuff where it's like it's been tagged with a lot of graffiti, and in the corner you see all kinds of drug paraphernalia and mats and stuff where
And there's
squatters have been
Doug's and
here.
there's Rogers and there's...
There's no big machinery or anything like that unless you want it in here. It's pretty much an empty open warehouse. But there is stuff outside of the warehouse that you could theoretically bring in. There's some stripped out cars that are out on the streets.
Yeah, that would all demand having moving equipment and stuff like that.
Well, not necessarily. Between some of you guys, it's like,
Well, that
thing.
is true. Really, I'm just concerned about when they first come in. We could probably like hide out in the catwalks,
yeah, you could.
or is there like little offices?
On the
A lot of times
catwalk.
we'll have like offices
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are up by the catwalks. There's a couple offices. There are a couple of like, offices downstairs.
Okay.
I mean, they're cleared out, but they do have the walls with some windows. It might be easy to see them, but if you get in there and crouch, maybe you can hide out.
From the windows to the walls.
Probably maybe stay up high. I guess it all depends on what each of these guys want to do.
Okay.
So
Well, technically I could look
Probably
at a
should
stripped
have.
out car if I wanted to.
that's true.
Probably have somewhere to lead them, like a false place, maybe we're meeting or something.
The warehouse.
Well, in the warehouse.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much a stripped out warehouse. It's an abandoned warehouse.
I'll be up on the catwalk.
I'm gonna turn myself into a stripped out car.
Okay.
And just
Park over.
Hide a person in your car?
yeah.
Oh, your trunk.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to be in Studebaker.
Just
You're going to be in his trunk.
be in his butt.
Okay.
So I'll be checking under his hood.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
So
gonna look like an old stripped out Volkswagen Beetle.
So that's the focal point.
So the hood's in the front.
yeah. All right. So stripped out
I guess
Volkswagen Beetle.
I'll give you a call that you know that we're in place. We're just waiting.
Yeah.
May not be able to call you when it comes in.
Well, actually,
So,
what would be
Well, actually, do we have a contact
or
with
we'll have one of the
Ubos? So they can call me and say, okay, they're heading in.
Okay. Yeah, one of the Ubos will call your number
All right.
when they start
I'm
heading
gonna
in.
attempt to change cars. We're gonna have to be a Ford Fiesta.
if you afford to have it.
That's why I'd be working on it.
No, I don't want a Fiesta with racing stripes.
Oh, yeah, spoiler.
Can you talk through your radio?
Yeah.
Well, we could just send you a radio broadcast.
I don't know if it'll work that way with
No.
Yeah, he could
I thought
talk
you
to the radio, but he
my
can't
radio
transmit.
inside myself, yes. Not broadcast.
Okay.
I don't have a CV. Well, I do have a CV, but that's different.
Yeah, you'd still have to use the CV. Yeah, one of the Ubos will call you when these guys get here. So, all right. So you guys just wait till they show up.
Hope they don't bomb the building like we're planning on doing.
You all right down there, man? Still good?
Yeah, I don't need much air.
True.
Hey, don't touch that bag in the corner.
All right.
It's full of tea.
Yeah, it's full of teeth.
That's good.
Teeth or tea?
Teeth.
Teeth?
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
Okay. And let's see.
I'll do a Volkswagen Beetle. Makes more sense.
You keep changing for me?
Now you're in the front of the Beetle. It's also like, what the fuck?
I can't make up my mind. I don't know what to do.
Don't shift the engine from the front to the back.
Crunch, ow, crunch, ow.
It's like, oh, I'm ready to fight.
Bobby said she likes the TV sign.
Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so probably after about just under an hour, you get notification that they're the Ubos were supposed to call you and let you know they were coming. The Ubos are supposed to call you and let you know they're coming.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get a phone call,
Okay.
and you get a phone call, and you get a phone call, and you get a phone call.
Everybody gets phone call. I'm like, no.
Hey, we noticed you're in a Volkswagen. We've been trying to reach you about you.
Yeah.
Basically, you get a call that the subjects are in the area, and 2 of them have already been dealt with. They were like,
Bonuses for you guys.
the Ubos were like, they were setting up snipers. And unfortunately, they chose the places that we were already choosing, so we took them out. But you
Hey, we're here first.
pretty much.
Finders keepers.
So you have 9 targets coming in to the warehouse, and you get the same phone call.
We're on fire. All right.
I'll put you on speakerphone so we can all talk.
Hey, look over there. Look over there.
Conference call. So yeah, you get the phone call, and you guys know they're coming in. They're basically at the perimeter of the building coming in. They've kind of split up, so they're all coming in from different directions. It does look like one guy is climbing the building, and he's going to come in through the catwalks on the north side. The rest are all coming in ground level. And,
Someone telling us that? Or?
yeah, the Ubo. And
All right. Well, when they say that, I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm on my way. Activate invisibility and flight, and
go up where that guy is.
basically head towards the building.
Got it. Okay.
So upon hearing the news, I cast the deflection spell
Watch
myself.
TV news.
What are you casting?
Deflection.
Okay. All right. The Ubos do say. One of the Ubos does say one of the target members is coming in very hot, as in
Sexy.
flame. So be very careful.
It's the flaming torch.
Flamethrower.
Fantastic Four after us.
Oh, yeah.
It's got a flamethrower, and all of you have substance weakness to fire, if you remember right.
Oh yes.
So
I can handle this guy.
I was gonna say, yeah. Let's make sure we take care of him first.
Just the thing.
And Sunshine is going to stick with Wally, give him backup.
okay, all right. Right. So
Scratch, wait. Perfect.
There's blood running down your back.
right,
Oh wait, where's Eddie?
Eddie,
Or
Gideon.
Gideon?
He's probably eating a burger in the corner.
It's not a bag of white gas. Where'd you guys go?
I went for ice, guys. I got blizzards. Yeah, Gideon is probably. He's probably crouched down in one of the offices on the floor, on the bottom floor.
Okay.
He's probably crouched down in there. You do notice. Let me see. Does he have that? Yeah. You do notice he actually scrounged up or found 2 pistols, and he's wearing them on his hips. So he's got 2 9mm like Berettas that he's got tucked into his pockets because he doesn't have holsters for them. So he's got them in his pockets, but he's like, I don't think a club's really going to help much against these guys, but it might. But you notice he has like the aluminum baseball bat with the screws in it at the end, like on a lanyard hanging like across, and it's got one of those little dog clip where you just unbuckle it.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, I still got it. I mean, I'm not stupid. So, but he's like, man, I feel like I'm in a John Woo movie. He's back against the inside. Like,
Who? He was a neighbor.
all right. The Ubos aren't going to give you a play-by-play on what's going on, so they basically say they're coming. As you guys kind of brace for it,
Brace right back.
you do hear ka-dunk, ka-dunk, ka-dunk. And through the windows, couple of windows, you hear ting, 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 ting. Let's see.
Flashbangs or smoke, I don't know what.
Grenades.
Or big booms.
Okay.
Big bottom boom.
Let's see. All right. So over in one corner of the warehouse, yeah.
Okay, so how big is the warehouse?
You need a dry erase?
Yeah, that might be actually a good idea for this.
Hold, please.
It is about the size of. I guess you would say. It's the size of innkeeper's coffee. Now it's probably about the size of our Walmart.
Okay.
You know, pretty good size.
Okay.
Yeah, super Walmart. No, that's the alter ego. This is still Walmart. Thank you, sir.
Set that up and get you some orders.
No.
Your CCs are blood.
There's a magic marker. I'll just use that.
It's all good, right?
Oh, do you have dry erase markers with you? Awesome.
You're supposed to provide your own. Fine.
I didn't expect a warehouse blowing up. I guess I should have.
No, don't forget to do the Dirk Johnson Square.
It's going to be the Dirk Johnson Square. It's an empty warehouse.
Yep. With this group, you didn't expect that? Come on.
Yeah, I was expecting like.
We are arms dealers.
I was expecting something like. What is it? Batman with Bane. Whatever. Had the airplane like hanging by its tail. And
Yeah.
I was expecting
You should have done that. I told you that would have worked.
on air. The Jerry Bruckheimer film. Yeah.
Hard to get all those guys on a plane.
Thank you very much. All right.
Don't know which one's working, which one's no.
Okay, well, we'll find out. Okay. So for safety's sake, since once they come in, they're not going out like a Roach Motel, this is the warehouse. I didn't even do a square. How
Wow.
Top that, Dirk.
So it's got its own square.
And you said it so gently.
It's straight into that. You see.
Now I know why it's getting torn down.
Whoever drew this had balls in it.
Who wants some brownies? Anybody?
Yes, please.
Magic brownie.
Is there a plastic silverware back there?
I'm not sure. Something is necessary.
Got a spoon for good.
Yep, all I need is one.
Even one handle. There you go.
It's somebody's Dairy Queen spoon.
An old one. It's only been used once for good. Yes.
Yep. Until evaporation here. A little more.
Yeah, give me one more, please.
Okay, so for you guys,
Thank you.
these are like dock doors. There's 4 of them.
They come in nurses?
Huh?
They come in nurses?
Edges or anything?
I don't care.
This is a regular like entry door.
Man door?
This is a double door, like a set of double doors,
Double Dutch.
double Dutch. And
Jeff Runner, what?
what are they doing? Double the jump rope.
Oh, okay. Wow, they can jump on.
This looks like it was an office, but this wall has kind of collapsed in, so it's just kind of here. There is.
Well, that's what happens when you hire the Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah, I quit.
That's Macho Man.
Oh, that is true.
Anybody else?
I'll get one in a bit.
Yeah, I'll take it in a bit. So there are a couple windows here, just regular, like office windows in the wall, but this is open. There is some rubble back there where the wall had collapsed in, but it's kind of scooted out of the way. You do notice over here is a lot of the drug paraphernalia and stuff like that, so it's a good place to go in and just squat and do whatever you need to. This is the office that Gideon is hiding out in. He's kind of crouched down next to that doorway. It does have a couple office windows, but they're all
Dirty.
kind of dirty but broken, so you can kind of see through them, but not really. There's an office door that goes out here and one here. This looks like it used to be a bathroom, but all the plumbing's been torn out, or all the toilets have been taken out, but the plumbing is still there. This looks like it was a restroom at one point. And like I said, these are like the dock receiving doors, a regular door, double doors. There would be, I guess there would be, up to code. So we're not that barbaric.
Or not.
This looks like a fire escape, and this looks like another kind of door like that, but it's a little wider. Maybe like 4 trucks could come in and out of this door if they didn't want to come in through the double doors. So,
Okay. The catwalk access.
let me do the catwalks like this. So, anything in red is going to be the second floor.
That works.
Have you heard from Ben yet?
Yes. So Brad is leveling up tonight. Happy birthday.
Yep.
Thank you, Ben.
He just popped on.
Hi, Ben.
Hello,
Hi, Ben. Thank you for always being here, Ben. We love you.
Thank you for being a Ben.
We'd like to see you again.
Next time, stop sending your nudes.
I don't care. I like seeing the pubes.
Yes, remember, folks, we are 18
Yeah.
plus.
And Brad is 18 plus today.
18 and 18 and 18.
And 18. That's math, kids. That means we fart dust.
Okay, what you have here is catwalks. This looks like an upstairs
Oh, no
office right here. There's obviously a door there, an office window there. And
All right.
That's what we can use that other camera for, Mike. Is have it. We need to have a picture of the video of the dry erase board.
I want to try the burrito. I think it's going to be better.
The burrito?
Yes. I'm going to put it right there and it's going to transmit our stream much
We have a
better.
burrito camera.
Or we will have streams coming out here. We're other end.
so this is the little office. It's got a stairway that goes up to it. That's directly below it. From the first floor to the second floor, it's got 3 windows around. and a door here. Looks like it was probably like security office or where the big boss would sit and make sure everybody's doing their job. There's a catwalk that comes straight out. Catwalk comes over here to what looks like another office with a couple windows. This catwalk goes over to what looks like a circuit panel, like a big electrical box over here. Probably ran a lot of if they had conveyors in here or whatever factory stuff they had.
All right. I'm gonna go up there and turn them on.
Okay.
Probably no power.
Yeah.
This here is like almost suspended from the ceiling. It's one of those big heating, those old furnace heating ducts you see. Just a big thing. You get up on the catwalk, walk out there. It's got the little walkway where you can work the furnace, but it's kind of bolted from the ceiling. Up on the second floor, there are not as many windows, but there are like vents. You could squeeze through. You couldn't, but
Right.
you know, you could squeeze through them if you had to, but it's not really for windows. It's just venting.
What
And
did
then
you
it-
say the far left was?
What's that?
The far left of red?
Oh, this here?
Yeah.
That's like a security office.
Oh, okay.
So there's a staircase that goes from the first floor
From the-
up to this. It's got 3 windows and a door that leads out.
I do not speak.
So that's how you got, unless you flew, that's how you get up to the catwalk. It's
You
easy.
can tell us what.
So, all right. So getting on the first floor in this office.
Oh,
Oh,
actually,
and this up here that kind of goes out is just basically a mezzanine. So they probably kept a lot of storage stuff up there, like extra parts or you know, wet floor signs, cones, that kind of stuff. This is just one big flat mezzanine that they used for whatever they had. So above that office, it looks like it has an awning if you were looking at it from the side.
basically a storage area
Yeah.
on the second floor.
Yeah, it looks like there's probably a
So
fence around it.
where is Wally? Where are you?
I'm at the
Wally?
crossroads.
At the crossroads, right in the middle.
Of your life? I mean, you're gonna have a midlife crisis now.
That's where sunshine will be. Now on the with my speed and flying, like it's not going to take all that long to get there.
Yeah.
So where on the outside is that guy climbing up? 'Cause that's where I was headed.
It looks like he's actually coming in right onto that mezzanine.
Okay.
There's one of the vents. He's basically climbed up the wall, kind of taken off one of the vent covers, and is climbing through. And he's just basically just getting onto the mezzanine. He's just putting his feet down in the building when you get to it.
Okay.
So he's trespassing.
That's right.
You're right to protect your property.
That's right.
Oh,
Stand your ground.
Stand around.
And he left the cover off.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, let me see. Yeah. Can you guys see that okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just because that's pretty much where you're going to end up.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna come in.
All right. Hero. Or hero sheet.
I wait in the center with him.
On the catwalks?
No, first floor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, where are you?
I don't know. Where'd you put us?
Where'd you want to put the car?
By the front door or whatever?
Staple to the
I'm
roof.
just gonna go wherever you went.
We're still trying to figure
Be in like the middle or up by the front door?
around for a little bit.
What do you decide?
Why don't we go down right in the center underneath them?
Okay.
Oh, perfect. One good grenade shot, we're a toast.
Okay, you know.
It's
like that?
But we'll be below ground though.
Yeah, that's right.
We're on the first ground.
I'm a ghost, so it won't hurt.
Yeah.
And Hadrian is in the butt.
Yeah.
That whole thing.
Right
is
in the
you.
butt.
Yeah.
All right. How about you?
I'm in the front of the car, acting like I'm working on it. In my samurai armor. Whoa.
Well, the front of the car is the trunk.
That's so funny. It's like, yeah, okay. Perfect cover. Empty warehouse, stripped out car with a samurai working on the engine of a Volkswagen. In an empty warehouse. He's got like the coveralls with the katana and the big helmet. Yeah, the big helmet.
Let's kind of expect you to actually hide and not just.
Oh, I got the not Nissan.
Not Nissan. Yeah.
All right, well then I'll be like
like under the car with my head up to the ground like that. Cause I'm,
Oh yeah, okay. So you are basically here.
Underneath me.
Yeah.
Don't swat.
no.
So you're grabbing his dipstick and you're in the trunk.
That's right.
I'm having
Well, I'm checking his muffler.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby.
Turn it and cough
Maybe you can
these.
signal that too with your phantom fingers.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I got icy touch. So.
All of a sudden the antenna
Preparations.
All right.
It was broken nuts.
Erect.
So
White erect.
those came in, and all right. So one is here, one landed here, and
Can't really see those.
can't see those.
Well,
Well, that's fine.
we
Yeah,
can see it.
you can see it. That's all. That
Yeah,
matters.
that's fine.
Oh, you saw those.
Well, now they're gone.
Oh, good. No grenades.
Yep.
All right.
Dissipation. That's dissipation.
Still can't see him.
Ow! I've gotten one wound.
I was joking. Yeah, I can see him.
You just pop one right down the middle.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So you hear the thunk, thunk, thunk. You hear tink, 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 and they are fragmentation grenades.
Oh!
So it's like, and it's nothing over there, but it does kind of shatter that wall. You know, you see shrapnel hitting the wall and stuff like that. Over here, this whole thing like shakes. You guys up on the catwalk it's just a suspended catwalk. So when that gets hit, you're like, woo. When this shakes, the whole thing vibrates, and you're like, oh, grab the rail. You have to put them in there for a reason. And then the other one, thunk, and it actually ding, 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 and blows that part of the office off. And let's see here.
You sank my catwalk.
You just sort of go, ooh, that was close.
There's a huge explosion over here, and you. Let's see. If you want to check into it, roll your persuasion or your persuasion.
Would you mind telling me what happened? I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Blow up over there. Roll your perception if you want to see what happened, because that's where Gideon was hiding.
What do you roll on this again?
Perception.
Percentile.
Percentile, and you need that number or under. Made it? Okay.
I didn't down the front. What the hell is that?
It's one of the base skills.
Oh.
Attributes.
Top middle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Nope, I didn't.
My headlights go.
Yeah. And since he's a stripped out car, you're in the trunk, you can.
What happened?
You didn't see anything?
What was that? Oh!
Okay. You guys
Emotional damage!
took out.
And for last week.
Thank you. I deserve that and more.
Okay.
Basically, it blows apart that corner of the office. This whole mezzanine shakes. So you can see the guy up top as he gets down, like, whoa, son of a bitch. You see a body and drop to the ground.
Uh-oh.
Like, fly end over end, hit the ceiling, like the wall up by the ceiling, and just,
Oops.
yeah.
That's where Gideon was, right?
That's where Gideon was. Yeah.
Where he was. And
Where he was.
Get her white down. Get her white down.
Right down.
Be wiped out. Wipe out.
All right. So that happens. It's pretty quiet. And then you guys will start seeing movement in the perimeter. Now, we're going to go into initiatives, but you were right up there and he was in first. So we're going to resolve that real quick just in case you're in. Because we might be able to take care of that. And then we'll go down to initiatives for everybody else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
I mean, how? I guess the question is, can I just fly through the vent and
Yeah.
attack him?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So he just had to he had to stop and catch himself, and all of a sudden,
Yeah, he got in there, he's planted, but it kind of shook, and he's like, what the hell?
yeah.
Almost like, guys, I'm in here. But as he does that, we're going to do initiative for you guys. Let's.
You can drive, right?
All right.
Sure.
Let's how big it is.
Sure, man.
That was speeding calls, so they won't toss any grenades.
Speed and claws.
Speed and claws.
Yeah. Oh, and we should send roll a 2 for Ben if he's still on.
Yeah,
Hey, man, I'm down with that.
Feel like rolling some tonight, Ben, if you're still there?
okay. All right. So, what is your initiative? I have a feeling you're going first. Isn't it like 90 something or 100 something?
139, I think,
Yeah, you're
with,
going first.
with speed, claws, and martial arts.
Oh, you gotta add all those up. Plus your initiative.
To make the initiative. Yeah.
For combat edges. Let's see here. So, as a refresher, characters who are using edges or combat skills may act first in combat. They combine the score of the edge or combat skill they are using with the speed edge score. So, it's speed plus. What do you have?
Martial arts and claws, because or is that
I thought claws didn't add in.
do they not?
I don't think they add in.
Okay.
Because that's what you said last time to me.
Yeah, it's just your.
So it would just be
martial arts.
114.
114. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. But you do notice you're going to go first, but as you come in through that, you see the guy, and he's wearing kind of like this tactical armor. It's all black. It does have. It kind of think of Aliens 2. They had that tactical armor, and a cross between that and the OCP cops from RoboCop, where it looks like riot gear.
Yeah.
So it's covered. They're all covered. He does have like a neck brace on, and you notice he has knives all over his belt, like combat knives, but they're weighted. You can tell that instantly. He does have two wicked looking. They're like handheld scythes, like the curved scythe blades. He has a couple swords on his back, and he basically has like a comm link system that kind of comes down. It's one of the ones that just rests on your throat and get a little cord into his ear. He has a headband, and he's kind of got blonde hair, real rugged look, kind of clean shaven, but a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow. But as you notice him standing like that, he actually does look at you. So when you come in, he's fast enough to be like, hey. Most humans are like...
Actually, I was invisible, though.
Oh, okay. Well, if you were invisible, then he wouldn't look at you. But you do notice... Actually...
I mean, he's... Yeah.
4. So yeah, basically he's like kind of looks. He's not looking at you, but he hears something like the wind, and it's kind of like you get to go first.
Yeah. Rolled 3 under for the martial arts, so...
Okay.
So the total would be 24.
24.
Claws plus martial arts damage,
Okay.
right?
Yep. And let's see. This way. All right. So you fly in and break into him. Do you break in as you pass, or do you land and climb, or are you going to go past him?
Actually, I'm going to be above him.
Okay.
Since I'm flying, I'll just come up above him and
Move
right
in and-
down.
Okay. All right. So you do that. You tear through some of his armor, but it's a lot tougher than you thought.
Yeah.
And you hit his skin, you're like, you should rip through that like ribbons. He takes damage, but
Yeah.
he's got armor. Obviously, there's something about him that's tougher than normal too.
Yeah.
So, and he pretty much shit. He is going to swing at you with those two sides and just try and gauge where you are and just swing. So,
That's why I was staying above, so it makes it a little harder for me.
yeah. So. Ooh, 36. So he's actually going to kind of like, yeah, and swing.
Okay.
Let's see. So 36. Okay. So 5 points of damage to you.
All right. Well, I have 10
Actually,
armor,
hold
so
on. Sorry. Let me see. That was just his hand to hand. Where is it? Okay, 16.
okay.
Yeah.
So I have 10 armor, so
6 gets to
6.
Yeah. So you just take 6 points. Okay. So now we're going to go through and do initiatives for everybody. So this is the actual round. So just keep track of your numbers if you would for me. I'm going to use a group initiative for these guys again. So it's a lot easier to keep track of and it won't slow everything down. Go ahead, if you're in combat, planning on doing combat, take your speed if you have it and your edge score, add those together, and that's your initiative.
I'm going to
drive.
I'm going off of him. He's gonna get me the target.
Okay, got it.
Sort of speed in it.
The speed is good.
Yeah, I'm not seeing speed on the sheet. How do we figure that?
It's an edge.
It's an edge.
Oh, it's an edge.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'd be a problem.
I gotta get below 55 in order to deliver you to your spot. I have to get below 55 to get to your spot.
Is that like tossing me or just driving to that spot?
Just the driving. Okay. The tossing is, I don't know what that is.
Well, it could just be me jumping out.
I have to transform and throw you, which that'd be, I think, fine.
Or actually just drive by him and then I can.
So I could drive up, and when you say now, I'll stomp on my brakes, and the momentum would actually propel you along with you jumping at the same time.
You have a track bike in here.
Oh, that's good. Just toss it in. I'll get it. I meant to bring another one down, but oh well.
Okay, everybody got your initiatives? All right. Who's got the highest? Gideon has 100 with his pistols, if you can even use them. What do you guys have?
I got 55.
114.
114.
I'm going off this 55. He's going to
Okay, we'll go ahead and figure out your initiative for when you
94.
94. Okay.
And 89 for Sunshine. She's got her pistol.
Okay. And how about you, Mike?
Would sword count in that, or would
Yes, it's a
Oh, okay,
combat edge or a combat skill.
okay.
I'll be guessing a stealth, so
Yeah.
when appropriate.
122.
Okay.
Because you got speed too, right?
So 122, 114, 100,
55.
55,
94.
94. You was 86 or something.
89 for
89. And then you and everybody's done. Okay. All right. So people start coming in to the building. I will put them where they are, and then the round will start. So let's see.
As soon as we take off, I'm going to start playing
right at the Valkyries.
on the Brick of Horn, though.
Oh, you ought to do Batman sometime. I mean, you beat like the Batmobile.
If they get to ride, there's a couple of it. That'd be a good one since you have.
Them Monster Boys in old heap of trouble.
That picture on Facebook of the Dollar General. Someone took a Gremlin, painted it General Lee with the 01. So it's the Dollar General.
Dollar General.
Okay. The doors basically start to open up. Some of them are thrown open, some of them are kicked open. You see a group come in. This guy here, older gentleman, they're all wearing kind of the same gear, but you can tell he actually has, like, they kind of have insignias that kind of denote rank, maybe. And his is the highest insignia. It's basically bars, kind of like just how many bars is your rank. And you've seen that with Target Alpha before. So this is apparently Shepard, the leader. He comes in,
He's got the best reception at 5 bars.
yeah, he's got 5 bars, and he's like, I have a cell phone. Click.
Oh,
Now he's actually got basically a high-powered rifle, pistol on his side. He's coming in, kind of saying something into his radio. He can't really make it out.
I'd like a large pizza with an extra topping.
Over here, you see a guy who comes in. He's got a grenade launcher, and he's basically got it breached, and he's taking another grenade, and he puts 3 more in it and snaps it closed as he walks in. Kind of a bigger guy. Let's see. Over here, you see a female, and she kind of comes in.
She does the same thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She actually comes in. She looks like she has
Boobies.
no.
Oh.
6 of them. She comes in. She's got a long black ponytail. She actually has what looks like size that she's carrying, but she also has 2 swords obviously on her back. She's kind of like a Lady Deadpool. That's what she's dressed like. But yeah, she comes in here. This guy, you see this guy throw up the door, and as it goes up, it actually breaks the rails and bends. He comes in, he's like 6'5", and probably like, I don't know, if this was Deadlands, he'd have like a 5d12 strength. This dude is ripped. He looks like any bad guy in a Schwarzenegger movie. So he kind of comes in.
let's go get that ice cream.
I don't think it's a great idea.
He comes in. He's got like this breastplate looking thing, and he actually has like a really powerful, like high-powered rifle. And he also has probably 2 really large sidearms on his hips.
Eagles, probably.
And he has a rifle of some kind slung on his back. And he just rips that thing open and walks in. And this is like any 90s Image Comics character that you've ever seen, like that Rob Liefeld designed. That's what this guy is. Yeah. She's got little tiny feet and 72 teeth.
I'm killing him.
No, but he's like the big dude. This guy comes in. See the door open up? This guy comes in. He's not that powerful looking. He's maybe 5'9", 5'10". He's actually got like a shock of like strawberry blonde hair. It's kind of shaggy on top. Not really long, but just spiky up around his headband. He's got 2 AK-47s, and it looks like he has machine gun belts around him.
Rambo.
Yeah, and he looks like he's got rifles or more machine guns on his back and on his sides.
That's Kelvin.
Yeah, it's like Kelvin.
Some relation of mine.
On the sides, he has like the 2 H&K MP5 submachine guns, like in holsters.
Leg holsters.
So he basically comes in and he just like grinning. you know what his story is. And here, this door opens up, and you see a guy just
Fireboard.
calmly walk in. He's got a face mask on and a tank on his back, and there's a little like blue flame at the end of his rifle that's attached to his pack. And he just, like, these other guys are like, she kind of comes in real sneaky, stealthy like. He just barrels his way in like, bring it. He's like, yeah, let's kill something. This guy just walks in like, nice place, lots of space, but he's just calm as can be.
Hey guys.
Yeah. So these guys all walk in, and we go
It's
into
barbecue.
he doesn't have the fire axe.
Well, it's a flamethrower.
Yeah, it's blowtorch.
Oh, blowtorch.
Yeah, that's it, blowtorch.
Ben says he can't roll dice tonight. I met a lady friend. We don't have any dice, but she's sleeping next to me, so I don't want to wake her up.
Oh,
So he's watching.
Just shake her really hard, and the first time, however many.
however many times she punches you,
That's
is what will go.
Yeah.
And he punches to the thorax. It means
Wait, let me get this right, Ben. You're laying in bed with a woman and watching her ass.
There's something slightly wrong there, maybe. But she is sleeping.
It's a friend.
We're gonna
It's
use
all right.
Ben as a hit location. All right, scare your girl. Ah! You got hit in the chest. Ah! Wham! You got hit in the arm.
I keep getting
Wham! In the arm, going down like a ton of bread. All right.
But thank you for watching, Ben, always.
Yes, thank you. I hope you enjoy this. All right, so initiatives. That would be
Hero.
first.
All right. So I am going to zoom up to Machine Gun Kelly there, and
Right over here.
I don't know how far I can go, but
Yeah. It's
Go all the way.
well with your speed.
32.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah. So as I kind of come up, I can become corporal, right? That's
Yep.
how I attack.
Yep.
So I have to roll that, and it's also I have to spend a point. 41, so I become corporal.
Okay.
Yep. And in order to be a sergeant, I have to hit him. So,
Corporeal, I guess.
oh, that there, corporeal, not corporal.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if I can. That was kind of my round, or
No, getting up there is fine. Going corporeal is fine. If you want to attack, you can.
all right. Well, I will attack then.
So the corporal's going for the privates.
Yep.
Yeah.
Set. Oh, I hit.
You hit.
Yep. 71.
Okay. So count up. What was your score? What's your skill?
87 total.
So gonna be one
One
technically. So plus your
Okay.
hand to hand.
plus my claws.
Yep. Plus your claws.
So hand to hand. So that's 14, 15, 15.
Okay. So 15 to him. All right.
Because that would be, or do I do the katana plus the hit to hit, or is it my claws? That's what's.
Your claws is what the katana does, right?
Well, I have the
Well, you're
katana.
corporeal now
So it's my katana, and then I had the claws added to the katana, right?
because it's supernatural.
Yeah. So 29 plus 5. So it's 35.
35. Okay, that's 34. 34.
I got one. 80s, 71 to 87.
So 34.
Sure.
But yeah, and like you said, it would be 35.
Damn it.
Okay. So you slash into him. It actually does cut through his armor and kind of cut into him. And he's like, son of a. And when it's his turn, he's basically gonna.
Okay, shoot. I'm going to dodge.
Actually, and he had the bandoliers.
Yeah, so they
How much of
basically
that they got cut?
sliced, and the bandoliers just fall like you rattle to the ground. So he's like, son of a.
That's why,
Bought those.
that's why he was angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bought those.
Yeah.
American Ninja. Remember that? There was like that magazine as a kid. You could buy it, all the stuff online. Get a grappling hook.
I remember that magazine. I remember the movie.
Yeah, it was like Ninja magazine or something. Kung Fu or something. In the back, you could order like a ninja suit. I'm just gonna get
Get those in any
those.
comic book.
Can't be G.I. Joe if you don't have
That and the
ninjas.
cardboard submarine.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would go to you up there again.
Yep.
Stick your finger in his eyes.
18.
Ooh,
Much nicer than.
Are you gonna claw him again?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So
Continuing the basically the little fight up there.
Yeah, okay. All right.
So 18 out of 79. That should be 6.
Yeah.
So 6 plus the
Sorry, I'm moving around.
6 plus 14, so 20 even.
20 even for the damage.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. So you break into him again, not seeming to do as much as you thought you would. Most of it goes right across that neck brace he's wearing, so it's like ching. But you do manage to scratch him a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. From out of here, you see smoking, and with 2 guns in his hand, Gideon walks out. But it just blew him. He has 107 survival points and down to 82. So now he's angry.
No.
So they basically threw him up into here. He fell. You do see like pieces of wood and glass stick out of his face and his head. His t-shirt's like ripped, and he's got his 2 pistols and that ankle bat. And he's just coming out like, who fucking was that? And he's basically running with 2 guns out this way. So he's just kind of running. He's not going to get to any of these guys, but he will probably get up to you 2 and kind of stop to see what's going on.
Okay.
But he did survive for now.
Or no.
That would be, well, you're waiting on him, right? So that would be Sunshine.
Okay. Actually, she's gonna try and target the. How big is the tank that the guy has on his back?
Oh, this guy over here?
Yeah, the guy with the flamethrower.
It's kind of like a flamethrower tank. It's about
I mean, is it sticking up above his shoulder?
a little bit.
A little
just
bit?
because of the harness he has to wear and the hose coming down. So
But
it's
she is at a higher elevation.
probably goes from
too,
about here to just above his shoulders,
Yeah.
and then probably about as wide as him. Kind of like the Rocketeers pack that way. Okay.
So she's going to target the tank.
And try and shoot the tank.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll.
07.
That'll do. All right.
So out of 59, that's an extra 5.
Okay. And it doesn't have anything to do because she's shooting, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, what kind of guns does she have? Did she say?
She's actually using the heavy pistol that she picked up one of the last
Oh, okay. Heavy pistol, like a 44 Magnum heavy pistol.
something. I don't remember. I don't think there was any
357
specifically.
probably.
It just at the time it was just heavy pistol is what was said.
Ooh. I rolled a 94. Basically, she. Pow! Just one pistol. Pow! Dink! He turns around. He explodes.
That was easy.
Yeah, I rolled. She shot the tank, did enough damage to pierce it, and I rolled to see if it was above 80. It was going to blow, and I rolled a 94. So it was great because just as Gideon comes out, he's like, "Dink!" That guy blows up. This is fire over here. Hero, you kind of look next to you and you're like, jeez. So there's a lot of fire right there. This whole door is going to basically be
You picked up a fire?
on fire. I think
goes.
those are. Maybe not. Maybe it's just cold wrought iron.
I think it's just
Well,
iron.
Look at it right here. Fire does double normal damage.
Okay.
Only in corporeal form. So, especially right now, because you're like, ting, ooh, but if you go incorporeal,
Then I'm fine.
you're fine.
But right now I'm like,
You're like hamburger helper.
yep. Ooh, we can roast up that there ghost.
Okay.
Nobody steps to a church in my city.
Roast ghosties.
Those toasties.
So that was her, and that goes to these guys. Well, wait a minute. Eh. What is your magic ability, Wally?
Magic ability.
Yeah.
You at? 37 I'm sitting on.
37. Okay. So they're going to go just before. Okay, this guy. And as you get close, you notice they do have name tags.
Yeah.
So just so you know, this poor unfortunate soul is Firebug. You're facing Recoil,
Oh.
and he's basically gonna.
Okay.
So it's going to. Ooh. Oh.
I have weapons immunity, so we'll see what he does.
You do have weapons immunity.
Yep.
That doesn't really help him at all, does it?
Thanks for the love. TikTok.
Even in trouble form?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
As a general rule.
General.
General.
Corporals, generals, privates, whatever.
Just so military.
General.
And
General.
that's the kernel of his defense.
I'm not
Darren
chicken.
David.
Let's see. Here's machine gun.
David keeps sending us likes.
Oh, thank you, David.
Well, thank you.
Likes and loves on TikTok.
Hey, all right.
We love you too so
There it
much.
is. Okay. So you're
David or-
corporeal right now, right?
Yes, I am.
David times 6.
Is
Some filler out there likes our tip.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
yeah. The corporeal body of a ghost manifest should not be mistaken for their true body. It is simply an extension of their will, ectoplasmic force given form. Yeah.
How much did you do? No, I just if it's
30
over
points.
how much?
30 points.
That's close. I had 31.
Oh, is that your? Oh, okay.
If he goes over 30, if he goes over
Then you
32, I take normal.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. Yeah, 30 points of damage.
Yeah.
So you're
It's
like,
like, oh.
so basically it punches through you like the crow.
Yeah.
You know, you're riddled with holes, but they just kind of seep back together.
And then you smile at him.
Yeah.
That was close.
Yeah. So you probably are like, oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So is that all the health you have? 31 points?
No, it's just my immunity.
That's his
Your
weapons
immunity,
immunity edge. Yeah. Okay. So that was him. These
if he
guys
does
start
over 31.
advancing.
I get it now.
I have that too. Actually. Weapon immunity.
He's just reloaded.
Now, unless it was magic or iron.
But you would only, but you still soaked up the 30 points though, right?
Yeah, I don't take any damage.
No, but if it goes over 30, whatever,
It goes over
you
31.
still soak up 30 points. Or does it just automatically all 31 hits you?
If it's over, then I get full damage.
Yeah, okay.
So if you did 32, I would have took 32 wounds.
Okay. These guys start to move. You notice the girl with the ponytail starts making a beeline over toward you and Recoil. The big guy sees the car and just starts walking toward it. It's like, there's only one thing in this warehouse. And he's basically walking over toward it. The guy with the grenade launcher has just put the last grenade in. Thunk. So he reloaded, and he's calmly walking over toward the car as well. Like, that looks like something can blow up. The guy over here
Yeah, blow me up.
is starting to move up a little slower than the other two, but he's kind of heading toward that car doing the, the cover fire. And this guy is basically like, get off of me. So he is going to swing at you. Get off of me. Stop it. Yeah. You get back. Oh, it's in my hair. So he's flailing around.
My guts.
All right. Wally.
The big guy.
This one here, the big.
Yeah, the tank.
Yeah. Oh, that's his name. Good job.
Grabber.
Yeah, grabber. Okay.
In the form of a inside-out porcupine. So all the quills are towards him.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
His first, the first turn, he gets a possible save. Just a moment. No save. I'm sorry. Okay, but now he can break free if 2 successful strength rolls are made in a row.
This is like that cage you put on that dude in that club.
Yeah, the Iron Maiden. Yeah, just looks different.
And if he fails, he takes.
He'll
32
he'll
points of
take.
damage. Isn't it your MA and damage?
No, if it's
Yeah, I think you only take damage when he's trying to.
It fails.
Oh no, he does get a dex roll to attempt the escape.
Okay.
To avoid the grab to start with.
He's a tank. His dex is not that great, so he failed that.
He failed that.
And then he
Okay.
tried to break out.
Right.
And failed the first one.
Blah 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 blah. Yeah, equal to the MA, so 37.
37 points of damage. Okay, so let's see.
370 points of damage, that's right.
No, just 37.
I think our driving up to someone and hitting them might have been maybe
What's that?
I think our
Okay.
driving up to someone and
You see him actually,
might
and those quills like
I'll
pierce into him, and he just kind of stops. But it's more like the other guys are. Oh wow! He's like. Ugh.
I am confused.
So he took
Annoyed.
he took like 3 points of damage,
Main
but he's
guy?
like, hey.
The one
So-
above it.
Okay.
The letter B.
Oh, have to let it be.
They've all got letters.
Is that bitch?
I think Bomber.
Oh,
This guy.
Yeah, what's
Booty?
his nickname?
Just so you know, the guy with the grenade launcher is Boomer.
Boomer.
Yep.
Okay, Boomer.
Nemesis is the
Okay,
leader.
Boomer.
That guy is Tank. Her name is Dropkick. And that's Recoil. And this guy up here is Hunter. And you've already taken care of Firebug. And the ones the snipers that got taken out were Longshot and Raptor. So, yes, it's a 90s game. I use G.I. Joe ideas for the names. It's cool, okay?
No
You-
problem.
All right.
I thought you were gone.
So he is grabbed, so I'm going to do this
ladder's
with him. And no
Grab
pure
him.
magic. Okay, so he's grabbed. Immobile. All right. Next round.
Round.
We didn't do anything.
Well, that was their turn, and then he went, so now it's back.
Oh, it's back
Oh,
to
55. I forgot.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are just driving.
We're not doing anything. We're sitting there.
Well, there
at
you
the
go.
moment.
Next round. So what do you do? At 55, you would have gone just before one.
I take off towards B.
Drive 55.
you can't drive 55.
So you're going to
22 below 56. So,
Van Halen over toward Boomer.
yep.
Are you going
Go ahead.
Are you going to hit him?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to drive up to him and then slam on the
He's gonna
brake.
Slam on the brakes, and I'm gonna.
And he's going to fly out of the hood.
Oh,
And
okay.
use my martial arts.
So,
It's like Kung
all of a
Fury.
sudden, the stripped vehicle had tires.
It's like Kung Fury to do that. It really is an 80s bad movie.
Getting like it is John Woo. So you
all the
drive up Batmobile, slam on the brakes. And it's like a Herbie the Love Bug where it's like, boink.
Hit the brakes, the hood comes up.
So now you have a vampire in the box.
Right.
Yep.
And
Bling, vampire. That's what I'm playing the whole time. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, but that's how you gotta keep putting on the brakes every time you get the down, you know.
that's hilarious. Blah, 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 blah. Like, hey, it's a Volkswagen. I haven't even seen one. But Jesus Christ. Okay, so Brad, go ahead and make your attack roll.
This is how you launch a vampire.
Don't kill the
I'll
elf.
take that. I finger your die and it worked.
Before you hit the brakes, he's like, don't kill the elf. All right. Hand to hand, what, times 2?
25.
5.
Oh wait, and then hand to hand is times 2.
If you're using martial arts.
Okay, so let me get
Oh, it's math. one kick to the face. Two kicks to the face. Times 2. I mean, your pace.
This ought to be interesting.
42 points.
Oh.
And how were you? Were you just
Basically, just hard martial arts, and I had to come out and just slam right towards his chest or the upper.
Yeah. Hurry,
your
go.
claws?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dave says, you guys are similar to Blame Society films. You should check them out on YouTube.
Blame
Society.
Okay, yeah, we'll check it out.
Blame.
Blame. B-L-A-M-E.
Okay.
All right, we'll check it out.
We will definitely look into that, David. Thank you.
All right, so you hit the brakes, hood pops open, vampire Jack in the Box comes out,
Yeah. Basically, just like Wolverine. You know, the fastball
Yeah.
special with
Yeah, the
blocks
fastball
to pick
special.
him up.
and you basically, your hands go about this deep into his body as you just. So your hands disappear into his
Torso.
abdomen here, his torso. He basically spits a bunch of blood out. Yeah, you're like, it's a
Yes! Now I know how to do it!
So that's how it works.
So you do that, and it takes you a second, and you're like, I think I'm stuck. And then you just rip your hands right out. He basically,
Grab something on you.
Probably tumble with because I'm thrown.
yeah, because you're actually throwing. So
Probably
basically,
roll.
you land on him, roll, and as you get on, like you do your somersault and get on your back, you just throw him, and he basically splatters up against that wall. The doors he came in close. It's like essentially they're just closing, and he just and it falls face forward in a big pool of blood.
And you gotta do that Bill Pax thing. Finger licking.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. I hate it when they ain't been shaved.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Oh, and. Make fun. Yeah.
I don't think Target Alpha's
250,000 subscribers.
jeez.
To who?
Blame Society.
Is that on
Wow.
Twitch or what?
YouTube.
YouTube.
That's total
I'll log in through
subscribers
the Rocket
to
Tour
the page
YouTube.
Subs, yep.
for that.
244 subs.
Oh, okay.
What do we got?
Let's see if
244,000.
it worked once before.
Beard and board games. That sounds like.
Ooh, sweet.
A couple of those we do follow. I don't think we follow the Blame Society yet. But
Well, we will. Yeah.
He didn't care about that.
David said, cool.
I rolled a 3 on Gideon's death. But basically, when you hit, Boomer hits that wall and instinctively pulls that trigger on the grenade launcher. As he falls, the grenade, poof. Gideon, he did it once before. He throws it back, but he misses. But the grenade lands right over here behind that leader who does the, oh God, like, you know, he's not walking cool from the explosion. He's getting thrown from the explosion. And he kind of rolls onto his side right over here, kind of in a kneeling position. yeah, I was like, what the hell? Gideon actually caught the grenade and threw it back. So
Oh. David said, "Cool. I recommend you guys. I'll recommend you guys to them. I'm friends with Aaron Yonda."
Oh wow,
cool. All right, thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, David.
All right. So that was Adrian. All right. So now it's the new round.
Yeah.
So now it's hero.
Okay.
Get through.
And let's see.
Tiramisu his ass.
Tiramisu.
This is the technique I call.
So I'm gonna also enact, since he is human, touch of ice.
Okay.
Okay. So that's activated. Then I have to roll if it actually affects him as well. So
Okay.
Hey, David, if you go on Facebook and look for the Raconteur Society, we're actually live on there too with a better camera view and audio.
and I completely, utterly miss.
Okay.
Now that you
I'm like,
that, Facebook will die.
yes,
Probably. Shut him down.
So you basically went to swing at him
and I missed.
missed. Okay.
It's like I've got that frosty coolness in the air. It's like, oh, it's so nice. It's like
so
a nice
nice.
breeze.
It's refreshing.
Hey, it's kind of hot, you know. The guns are going off, the bullets.
The explosion right
Yeah, it's in the fire, so I kind of cooled them off a little bit. So we're friends.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we're
All right. So let me go to you.
as before. 58, not bad. So that'll be 2 extra, so 16.
16.
Or, no, 26, sorry.
26.
Add the claws.
Yeah.
Don't forget to add the claws.
Yeah.
Are you using martial arts? Double, you get double 2 on that, right? Times 2.
If it's hard.
Well, the claws isn't double, does it?
No.
No,
Just the hand.
Yeah, I already had that.
Yeah.
I should have figured in my throwing as well with this. I threw you.
Yeah.
Should have put in my throwing as well.
Oh.
Better. That's all right. We got to accomplish what we needed to do.
Yeah.
It'd been bad if you missed.
All right. So you scrape into him again. He kind of hangs back. You know, dodges it a little bit, but you're whittling him down slow and slow and slow.
Keep peckering on him.
So that would be good. He's a giant chicken.
Will you stop pecking him? And the DM thinks. I got me an idea.
I got an idea.
Kill all these motherfuckers. Y'all are stupid.
Newsflash, I'm a ghost. I'm already dead.
All right. Gideon comes running down here and apparently trips. He's like, I got you, you know. And it's like, he just slides for 2 feet and stops.
Yeah. It was like that one.
That sounds a lot like Mike's character.
Yeah, I know.
He's got the Mortalk syndrome.
Oh, God, he's more talking.
The sound of one hand clapping.
All right.
Yeah, right here. One.
So now that you're out, that would be you.
Yeah.
Thank goodness you came out.
Oh, came out of the trunk though. Yeah.
Reborn.
Such a relief.
God, this is better now, man.
Rolled up and he's kind of kneeling with his rifle and he looks right at you and you just see him like he's just seething anger, but you've got initiative over him.
You need to tell him to calm down. Tell him just.
What does that grenade launcher use?
Rifle, basically. It's treated as a rifle.
How far away is he?
Probably about 20 feet. Well, maybe about 15 feet.
I'll pick up that grenade launcher.
Okay.
Because there he put 3 rounds.
Yeah, there were
right?
3 rounds in there, so there's 2.
And I'll launch one off.
Okay. At him?
Yeah, at him.
Okay. All right.
Directly at him.
Hi, my name is.
My name is. Oh, I'm so mad. Oh, I'm so dead.
18.
Oh, right in the brain buttons.
44% chance.
Woo.
So he came out of my trunk, he put something in his trunk.
Yeah.
All right. Do you say anything before you do it?
No, there's really no
I
time.
like Tito's.
I basically
like Cheetos.
just roll with him, fold that, grab that up, and basically look over him. So
Not even a smirk, like a bloody-handed smirk, like
So
just
no Arnold Schwarzenegger.
no,
Jeez.
no.
Yeah.
Give me the chopper.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just you see the guy as you pull the trigger, you see him just lock eyes with you and with his last gesture. and then he does that, the grenade hits the back of his hand and just boom. You see the middle finger kind of flop laying on the floor. Yeah, you basically toast him because it's
He really gave you the finger.
I know.
75 points of damage for
Oh my goodness.
75 points.
Which one was that one?
That's why Gideon went flying up and you guys didn't get hit.
Yeah.
So you basically
No, we were only 20 feet away. Do we get caught in the blast or anything like that?
actually let me see what the range is.
I like hope the
You
deal.
may.
Yeah,
you may.
that's fine.
You may.
Yeah.
He's not there anyway.
Yeah, that's why I'm all for it.
I just read that shit. Just in case.
Yeah.
Sunshine shooting a pistol. 50 out of 59.
Still in.
Yeah.
There it is.
anybody talking on Facebook this.
Not really much. Well, Kevin says I like Tito's.
Kevin Whitemore.
Yeah. Chat channel on that has been sparse, to say the least.
It's not showing up on the Facebook games either for some reason.
It was a different setup when I logged into it. It was a different, like the framing and all was different, so I thought it did.
Okay.
But
All right. So
I gotta get on my computer and figure out what's happening with that.
you two are going to be caught in the blast.
Son of a
Yeah, son of a goat herder.
son of a Dodge. Let's see.
How about son of a stupid
Big Volkswagen.
Son of a
Volkswagen?
I'm the son of a Volkswagen.
And he said, yes, if you had Dodge. Like, no, you're Volkswagen.
Yeah.
I got breakaway, but that's different.
Just take it like an Automatron.
And I guess I'm gonna have to. Whatever parts you blow up, you gotta put it back.
You're in a junkyard.
Hey, at least you got the extended warranty.
Yeah, you did take.
Yeah, I take all those phone calls. I got so much to warranty right now. I can't even,
Okay.
I don't even know, man. Like, I'm pretty sure I can be rebuilt any minute.
Actually, I just died and I'm back.
I just
Do either of you have armor?
Yes, I
I
got
do,
6
yeah.
points.
6 points.
I have a shitload. 27.
Okay. 27.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm made out of metal.
Yeah. So the damage you're going to take is 70.
Well, that's not
So
27.
subtract 6.
Okay, so
So would they, if they're out on the edge of the blast, though, it's
Oh, yeah, right there.
Well, they're only 15 feet away.
David on TikTok
Is it
said
at
he
20?
20 feet. You said 20 feet.
20 feet. Okay. And the range is 50.
David on TikTok.
well, that's the range of the.
Oh, that's
Is that the range of the-
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Should be a blast radius.
What's that?
David on TikTok just joined us on Facebook under the name Mod Gibbs.
Oh, okay.
All right, Mike.
Hello. Hello, hello.
Hello, Gibbs.
Oh, it's
I told him we had a better feed on Facebook.
Oh,
So he jumped over there and he's now following us
Oh, thank you.
on Facebook. Thank you, Dave.
Actually, I did see it on gaming. It's showing one of the bubbles said live. A little icon. So.
You were going to take 50 points.
Oh,
and
75
and
minus 6.
So 40.
You're going to take 50 points minus 27.
So, yeah.
Yeah, see, there we are.
Where'd that go again?
You take that number off of your survival points.
Yeah, up there.
So you might need a little buffing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, the extended work.
Maybe a weld.
Yeah, weld or two. Maybe an entire
How are you
seat.
guys doing on survival? Nobody's around.
I'm okay. I'm not dead.
0.
I'm not even.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're.
I'm not dead yet. I'm gonna stuff some pigeons.
You do the
I'm not dead yet.
boom. Your trench coat flaps in the wind with some tatters in it, and you're like,
That hood that he popped out of.
meanwhile, the
bit bent
Volkswagen's like, I think I made it okay.
I still have my cane that I always carry around
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
You're just kind of like
I'm just
wipe
kinda
off the
leaning on
guy's
the cane.
face.
Leaning on the chain, kaboom! Nice one,
Explosions
summer
of fire.
breeze.
It's like some bad 80s metal band.
Gideon gets our leader.
Your missus asked on TikTok, why are you standing?
Because I'm moving around.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got to do the Vanna White,
he's an operational.
the explosive intestines.
Yeah.
All right.
So who's Larry?
Adrian. And that would go to
Made a
Sunshine.
comment.
So 50 on 59, she's aiming at the female that's moving over towards Hero.
Okay.
So it'll be a straight 20.
Let me check. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give her a 10-point penalty because she is shooting at a quickly moving target.
Okay, in that case, she missed.
Okay, so basically pulls the trigger, ricochet off as dropkick keeps moving past. All right, Rob, did you get to go?
Not yet.
55?
I said not in this new round, no.
Okay, so what do you do?
Who's left?
Well,
D.
yeah, this girl is running over and recoil is facing him. You don't know about anybody else.
He's in a trap, right?
He's in one of those.
Are you the leader you just blew the fuck out of?
Yeah.
Yep.
Game over. No.
Game over.
We got the big ball.
I'm going to haul ass and try to run over the chick that's running.
Okay. All right.
Transforming out. I'm just going to run her the fuck over.
Okay. so
Transform
you're at
and
the
roll
bar.
out.
Fuck all. Here I go.
Do you have the speed edge?
I do.
What's your speed?
My speed is. Oh shit, where did we go?
It's over on your far left.
Under edges.
Your other left.
You're right.
My speed's 22.
22? That's good enough. Okay. So yeah, you can peel out, drive over there. Hero, you slice at him and miss. You look over and here comes this girl with the sigh like, yeah, and you're like, hey. And all of a sudden you see headlights.
Oh no, no headlights.
No
I
headlights?
go and stealth Beetle.
Okay, all right. Okay.
And the flames, and I see Brad back there with a.
You see Brad with the smoke and fire and fragments and intestines just missing him. And right in front of him is basically this old beat up Volkswagen Bug who's like, not making a sound, like Christine.
It's just like
You're gonna run up and
this weirdest movie
climb
ever.
over her.
Definitely.
What do I mix with that?
Bug gets up on the rear tires and kind of.
So basically, I'm gonna say
Speed by
You
you.
wrestling?
really just counting into him.
Right. I don't know what that to it.
I guess any kind of fighting skill, whether it's wrestling, street fighting, martial arts,
Call it hard martial arts.
hard martial arts.
Pretty hard, all right.
I have throwing. So if I hit her hard enough, would that be considered throwing?
But you gotta hit her first.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah. So to hit her,
To hit her, right.
it would be your dex, and you have wrestling or
I
any kind
have
of-
street fighting, I have wrestling, I have boxing.
take the higher.
The highest
Okay.
one.
which
Add that
is
to my speed.
added to your dex.
Add to my dex.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that's what you roll.
That would be 64 under. And I just rolled 78. So no.
Zip by. So basically, Adrian with the plane, you with the guy, she's running, and all of a sudden the Volkswagen comes by.
I'm not trying to hit her. I'm just trying to outrun her because I want a fucking blizzard. I'm free!
You just drive by like Transformers 2, little ice cream truck.
No. Honestly, I just missed her,
So you drive on by. Wave.
I'm outrunning her.
Yeah, I'm gonna win. That's the Volkswagen drives by and slows down. Go.
So can you debrief? Well, then I raced the Volkswagen, and did it win? Yes, it was a vehicle.
Is the guy with the flamethrower still around?
No, he
Once I took him out first round.
That's right.
Big flaming door over here that you're headed for. Well, you're not headed for it. Okay, so
might wanna
then it
stop
would go
before you
to the remnants of these guys.
Good night, Bobby.
Hi, Boo.
Good night, sweetie. Yeah, recoil's gonna shoot at you point blank again. Oof. It will hit.
Ow!
Let's see. Oh, there's 26.
Okay.
All right, and she.
I can't move to the left, so it kind of gets that spot. I just can't reach.
It itches all the time. Yeah. Kind of sore.
Now, when I poop later, that's gonna be this big wad of bullets.
You got a blunder?
Boom! I blew up the toilet.
that balloon.
Okay.
Steve was so terrified by that bunny's frozen.
Yep.
You're going to take 8 points because as she runs up those sides, she actually kind of spins and does that jump and does that back spin kick right into you. So she's not using her swords.
Okay.
So it's not weapons immunity. And she has hard martial arts. So
Oh, right in my kidneys. Whack.
So she actually comes up and kicks you.
Oh, so she's got goo all over her.
Yeah.
Probably wondering where the car came from.
You're like, I'm like, hey!
That guy up there.
I just want to get a front row seat of CD and your ass kicked, brother woman.
All right. He misses completely. He's pretty much cursing, and as you look at him, you notice it's kind of dark up here. When he glances around to look for you, you see his eyes have this like red glow
He
or
is
gleam to him.
He's fucking stoned.
You also notice that as he's swinging at you, you can hear like ripping, and it looks like claws are growing out of his gloves. So he's got some edges, but he can't do anything.
Thanks for the like. So fucking cool. That name is so fucking cool.
All right.
Thanks a lot, so fucking cool.
well, you know what?
Maybe
You are.
Yeah,
Sofa King cool.
could be.
Could be.
The Sofa
I like
King.
so fucking cool too.
Yeah.
All right. So Wally.
Wally.
Now, while this has been going on, it's yeah, I am
30
trying
seconds.
to move a little closer to the action
like
towards
10
that
seconds.
side of the building to make sure I'm in range for my spells. I'm going, oh, you want to do a little fancy gymnastics there? Let's give you a break dance.
Okay. So
Oh shit!
you were gonna move.
Yeah,
up
yeah, moving,
just a little bit.
Yeah.
So just about here,
yeah.
and you're
And
in kind of straight
break
break
dance.
on her. It's always the chicks, man.
I know.
Getting
No,
gets up.
the guy did
another
last
one.
time.
Another one.
Okay, she gets to make an escape roll.
Okay. Ooh. Against her dex, I'm assuming. Yeah, it'd be an escape roll. 30. Yeah, she escapes.
Ooh.
Whoa. Michael Jackson's her way in, huh?
Yeah, she's like, yeah.
I'm not gonna do your dance. So
Might be
okay.
true love for Wally.
Yeah.
All right.
So that, yeah, you did it against your decks.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So she made it. So she
Wow.
waltzes out of the way of that breakdance. Okay, so that goes back to the top of the round again.
Her
Okay.
name's Matilda.
Dancing Matilda?
All right. Well, I'm gonna continue at Machine Gun Kelly here, even though I got
Okay.
16. So I did hit that time.
Okay.
All right. So 87. So that would be +7.
And 2 times your hand to hand.
No, it's my sword.
Oh, your sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's not martial arts.
So now he has to roll his fit.
Is this for the icy thing?
Yep.
Cut off his fit.
No.
4.
His nipples go through the armor. Ooh, it's cold.
Okay. Humans only must touch damage equal to level if victim fails. So it's a 31
Okay. So
So-
he took 31 points of damage.
plus. So he took a total of 65. Or it's 30, or it's like 35, and then the cold would be second. So
Okay, so basically,
and he like,
and it's like Sub-Zero.
yeah, get over here! Oh, that's the wrong dude. Sorry, man.
And he just crumples like T-1000. Okay, so yeah, he basically freezes to death.
Yeah.
So you can actually see his lips turn blue like he's going into hypothermia. And he just shakes and you can see his breath. When he actually stops breathing, you actually see his breath puff out
And then
stop. And he just collapses. And when he falls, it does look like rigor mortis has already set in. So he just kind of thunk. Okay, nice job. It goes to...
The glass.
There you go.
It's blood slushy. Okay, so that would be you, Manny.
There you go.
Hey, you got a new one. You
Right?
can get the more. Okay, so go ahead.
Poke him in the eyes.
86. Nope.
Okay.
We're gonna finish up these guys down here, and he's gonna be up there fighting all night. And we'll be outside. All right, demolish that building.
Go ahead.
Oh man, it'd be
Quit
fine.
playing with your food, man. He just do something.
Okay.
Okay.
Have they done their turn yet? This turn?
Yeah, they just
They
did.
did. Okay. What did Tank? Is Tank
Oh yeah,
struggling?
Tank gets a struggle.
Yeah, he is going to try and break out.
Okay.
It's 2 successive strength rolls.
Yeah. So he failed the first one. So
All right, so trying again.
against on his what do you do?
29. He's going to make the first strength check.
Okay.
So he makes another one on his next turn.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
I think that's
Yeah.
how we were running
So,
it. So
basically, as you cast the breakdance, hey, she dodged, and you hear this, and you can feel that thing like crack, like little tiny hairline fractures are appearing in that. So you're like,
within the magical confines.
yeah. So you're like, what? But you can just sense that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. Okay.
Now, since he made his strength check, does he still take damage? Or
Yes, but I know what his MA is, and I know what his armor is, so
yeah.
yeah. I guess I'll mark down the extra 3 points. Okay.
That's right. We want those 3 points.
That's okay.
Hey, every point
You never know.
counts.
You never know.
Yeah.
All right. So that goes to Gideon. Gideon is going to get up. He's going to get up, do the Jack Burton. Ha! Put his guns away. Just kind of take his bat and swirl it around. He's going to go walk over to you. He's like, well, you're just over there like this. He's like, I'm going to stand by the cool kids. So he's actually going to kind of walk over to you.
I'm gonna be headed over to what's his name,
Okay.
that T.
T, you guys get there about the same time. He's like, So, did you take care of the douchebag or what?
Yep, he's gone.
Hey, all right.
What happened to the guy who...
Are we out of rounds or?
No.
No, well, you got really the only people who are fighting are them, and Wally's kind of keeping an eye on this
Okay. Basically, I want to try and mesmerize Tank.
thing. Okay.
That's all I
Look
want.
deep into my thighs. I mean, eyes.
Whatever works, okay?
Look deep into my
He came out
cleavage.
and speared him and right through the chest, and he died.
Oh, okay.
And then this guy kind of came over when the grenade hit. When he came up, Adrian grabbed Boomer's grenade launcher and just blew him apart.
Oh, so
you asleep?
And then
the leader
drop
died.
kick
Gotta go here.
took over here. So, all right. So basically, these two and you guys don't even know what's going on up here, but you two are still fighting. Looks like you two are going to engage. If anybody else wants to go out of round,
I didn't get a ring.
we can.
You did. That's what we're doing.
Hello?
From my ticket.
Going around slapping people in.
Oh, that's funny.
I think I'm gonna take aim for the guy in the tee and just kind of sit there and wait for him to break loose and I'll just run his ass over.
Okay, so you just want to kind of pull up in front of him,
Kind of
facing
up
him, or
underneath
behind
that
him?
topper catwalk, just so I can get a good,
You're gonna...
since I won the race with the Ninja Girl.
Here. So you're basically gonna sit up there and rev your engine.
No, I'm just gonna sit there.
Okay, so you park
So
up there.
you're on the ground or you...
I'm on the ground.
Yeah, he's on the
You're
ground.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're up
Better
there.
hope he's not on the catwalk.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and resolve your little bit of a fight first.
Okay.
So you're gonna have initiative.
The house.
Well, I'm gonna like turn
I will let her know.
and kind of face her.
Thank you.
Stand back and you know, kind of do that samurai kind of
Yeah.
pause and wait. And I'm basically letting her go do the first move. So
Okay. When she sees that, she actually kind of looks you up and down. You see her kind of twirl the size and put them back in her belt, and shing,
okay,
take out the swords, and she does the same, like, honorable bow.
okay,
And you guys can stand off for a minute.
yeah.
Let's see.
And I'm gonna do a dance off.
Also play the music.
What's your willpower?
41.
41. Let's make an opposed willpower check.
Okay.
So we
Fall in love?
roll whoever gets the highest,
I know she seems pretty hot.
or whoever gets the lowest.
Maybe
you
she's
know.
a ghost too.
62.
Yeah, hot dog.
49.
It's like that movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just waiting. She's
Make
just standing
pottery
there.
with her.
And yes, she does have an attractiveness of like 35, which for a human is like drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah.
But you do notice she does have a scar like right here, and she basically stands there, and you guys are doing that test of wills, like who's gonna go first, and you find yourself like, damn it, I'm gonna go first.
Yeah.
She actually beat the test of
Okay,
wills.
that's
so
fine.
What do you do?
I turn off the ice.
Turn on the flame.
Turn off the ice machine.
All of a sudden, Careless Whisper starts playing.
And I also remove the claws.
Okay.
You move your cod
And
piece.
the underwear. You remove the
Remove
condom.
what? What does he remove?
My claws.
Oh, your claws.
71 I did hit, but only +1.
Okay.
So that will be 26.
26. Okay.
So as I'm standing there, I'll basically, she'll see the ice move away, and then she'll see like the sharpness or the kind of that weird look of the blade shimmer away into more of a katana.
Okay.
I understand you.
So what'd you get? I'm sorry.
26.
Up there. Facebook's up there. TikTok's over there.
He basically has the katana, and go ahead after you get close and swing at her. Roll your perception.
Okay. Absolutely not, because I'm checking her butt.
Well, as you get close, what'd you miss by? What'd you roll?
Like 62, and I have a 25. So
Okay. I'm gonna let you know anyway. As you kind of get by, you're like, man, she's good looking. Those are some dark katanas she has, because they're made of iron.
Oh, okay,
So basically, she kind of swings at you.
okay, it's fine.
A 12. So she's going to hit, but that's only, let's see, sword. What's the sword?
Should be 20. Yep. Plus her hit.
And check something here.
I think it's double, right?
I'm gonna check.
I think it is.
It's 15 SP per battle turn. So whenever she hits you, she gets an extra 15.
Oh, okay.
Because if you were to hold it for every battle turn you have it, you're taking that 15.
Okay.
So that would be 24 and 15 is what, 39?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
40. 48.
Okay.
Okay.
Wicked dick.
How many moves do you have?
I have 65, so one more, I'm dead. Okay. Yep, that's fine.
Okay. So go ahead.
All right, turn around, down, and just can wait. Do the test of wills.
Sure.
Okay. I can't wait. 99.
70. Oh, see, you guys are both like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah. All right. I hit 6. No, I don't. 94.
Oh
Oh!
my.
I miss. I was just so anticipating.
87. So she missed too.
Now, there's several turns going on here. I mean,
2 rounds.
Battle turns, which is about 6 seconds each.
no, I mean,
Oh, it's probably an extra couple rounds.
at what point are they at now? Are we up there?
Yeah, you guys are probably right
I
at
mean,
10.
are we going to notice that he's struggling or anything? I mean,
You're probably going to hear it, but you guys are kind of focused on tank. If you want to
Okay.
look over there, you can make a perception check to see how he's doing. Or you can... Oh, Gideon probably will, because he knows...
well, I guess
heroes
his
over
guy might. Well, this guy had another round to break out too.
Yeah, so we've had. I'm saying our standoffs is the next round.
first.
there. Okay.
I'm going to drive up, but transform into my regular self and just glare at him.
Okay. So why don't we do... You're mesmerized before he gets his second chance to break out.
Good night, David.
Good night.
Hi, David. Thank you for joining us.
Yep.
You're awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
What?
All right. So what do you do?
Where's Eddie and Ice Pick? Does Target Alpha still have them? Who's going to win the 1936 Winter Olympics?
Yes.
Yes.
Potato.
He says, Target Alpha does have Eddie. Ice Pick has died the true death.
Who are you talking to? The big guy in the cage?
Yeah, big guy in the cage. Where is it?
What kind of voodoo do I have? Let's see.
He probably says a facility in Utah.
Near where?
What does mental map work?
Moab. Moab.
Moab? Does it have a name?
We call it Project Hard Case. A prison facility.
How does mental map work?
I just let you know where everybody is.
Oh.
It really just allows you to draw squares.
Yep. Yeah.
Did any of your guys kill? Who? The one guy was guy that got serial killer. That was in the back. You remember when we there was the fight at the bar, but there was also someone that got cut and
Oh yeah.
yeah. Is any of their guys
Responsible for those
Yeah.
murders? No. That is an actual ongoing police investigation that we just used to draw you out.
pull a sword out of my cane?
Okay. So I'm assuming since you've got a magical construct, the sword will go through it. He just can't get
It
out.
would, yeah, it only just affects him,
Right.
so.
So you're gonna stab into him?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, if you do that and kill him, that'll break the mesmerize spell.
It's like, if you kill him, he's no longer memorized, and he'll probably get out. Just saying. So you take your sword and you and you notice you're kind of like,
Oh.
but Gideon's like,
It's called teamwork.
Yeah.
yeah. And
Until he gets the other side and bends his sword.
yeah, 49 out of 58. So basically, you just kind of, and it punctures right through him and kills him instantly. And Gideon's like, you can get your own sword out. But it slides right out. And as it does, you kind of see that, so you can let him drop if you want. So tank is done. All right, at that point, you guys do look over, and we're going to have 2 more rounds, but you'll notice he's probably having trouble or dead.
So he's got 2 more rounds before we can get him.
Actually, no, you've only got 1 more round, because that was just a couple questions and then killing him, so this will be 1 round, and you guys will be turning to look at him right after this round. Okay. Test the wills again?
Yep. I got a 10.
73, so she's going to go first.
Okay. Which I mean, targeted at opportunity. No, never mind. No.
Oh,
Smash her with the steel chair.
she missed.
Oh, okay. I got a 50.
Okay.
So I hit with a +3, so 28.
Ooh. Okay. You slice into her pretty good, and you see like a big stream of blood coming down. And you actually got kind of into this too. She kind of looks at you. She actually looks kind of pissed, but she does that and kind of takes the stance again.
Okay. I can't wait. I smell blood.
What'd you get?
98.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right,
93, I missed.
okay. 85, she missed.
Now we see them, though, right?
Yeah, now you guys can see what's going on.
We'll start walking over there.
31.
I'll jog over their head pretty quick.
31? Okay, she's gonna swing. Ooh, she will hit.
Okay.
So they both hit same time?
Nope.
He hasn't rolled.
Let's see. How many survival points do you have left?
No! Japanese friend whose name I can't remember! I have 16.
16?
Yep.
She did 35.
Okay.
So basically what happens,
You just get killed?
Yes.
Damn it.
Only for a moment.
It's not true death.
Well, I know, but still one death.
Yep.
okay, so basically she kind of, and as she does, you see a corporeal hero just kind of like go to move, get cut right through, and as he does, he kind of turns transparent, and it's almost like Egon in Afterlife, where he just kind of
Yeah.
and dissipates.
As I'm doing, I'll just basically, nod to her.
Yeah. So he does, and then Gideon pulls out his pistols and starts ablazing. So yes, you have died. So basically, mark another death. Now, don't forget, you can die as many times as your fitness score.
Okay.
So keep track of that. If you die the true death, you're done. If you die as many times as your fitness score, you're also done. But you will return tomorrow night with 1 survival point.
Okay.
But we're gonna move.
Never at the time Ice Pick died. When the demons die, it's like the jewel for a heart.
Yeah.
So he came down the next day. We all were like, sweet, we put it in a suitcase.
Yeah.
He came downstairs the next day, buck naked with a suitcase around his waist. All right, who took it? I didn't know. That was so funny. All right, so
I am charging her.
you're charging.
Yep.
Gideon's going to shoot. What are you going to do?
Can I stop these guys?
Yeah, try.
Yeah. I was like, hold up.
Don't know if I can.
My clutch is broke.
No breaks.
No way.
All right, Brad, do you have anything like leadership or persuasion or diplomacy? Intimidation would work.
No, mine are written up properly.
Oh, okay.
Most of them are.
And Rob, we are going to have to roll our willpowers against whatever he does. If he rolls higher than our willpower rolls, we stop.
Okay.
If we don't, we have the choice whether we want to stop or not.
Okay.
Well, I got a business criminal.
Yeah, listen to you, mooks. You better stop. I'm gonna whack you two. Throw you down with a fish.
I'm just used to people taking me for my word. Yeah. No, I don't have anything.
Okay, so it would be just a willness roll against our willness.
I rolled 8.
Willpower. You rolled an
I'm not
8.
stopping.
Okay. All right. So Gideon is going to shoot before you move because he has a higher.
I'm gonna look at get him before he shoots. And I'm gonna get a shit-eating grin on my face and say, "I bet I can win." And I get this stance and start running right before he shoots. I'm like, "Come on, I'm good." Shit!
Okay, boom. Was that shot to mean to go, or was that mean?
Wait,
I agree. All right.
Attention, please.
Attention, please.
Yeah. Ooh, hey. So you're like, ready? Pow! She drops like a rock.
go!
So he did 40 points of damage total to her.
Jeez.
So, but of course he's like, he wasted hero. That's
I
not
know.
cool. So, yeah.
Well, that's disappointing. Never got to see her dancing for him.
No. Kitty goes over.
I'm gonna go up to her and take her weapons
Okay.
and keep them for Hero when he comes back.
Okay. Gideon's like, I wouldn't give those to him. Those are made of iron.
Well, he can do what he wants with them.
Yeah, I'd not touch them.
Better that's to have them to somebody else when you're there.
Yeah, but don't give them to Hero.
Leave him with her. We're taking this one with us. We'll give her a proper burial. The rest go in the center of the room.
All right. Yeah.
Clean it up.
Gideon's like, sweet on her.
No, but she's tough enough to kill one of us, then she deserves that fucking honor.
Yeah, it was pretty honorable, I guess.
And I'm pretty sure Hero would have wanted that way.
Yeah, he did that bow thing to her.
Meanwhile, in the other corner,
Yeah.
Wade, you're up.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
What do you do?
Do that.
Essentially, I'm pretty sure Manny's going to take this guy out. He's been whittling him down. He hasn't done anything to Manny, so it'll take some time. But so you guys gather all the bodies that you can.
Yeah, everything except for her. What was her name?
Gideon goes get a
Dodger?
snow shovel out of the
Dodge.
corner, and he gets the leader.
Who does?
Gideon, he's like,
Yeah.
I'll bring this guy.
It's a mop.
Probably trying to. If
The cones out, you know, like the wet
there's
floor.
anything on,
Wet
yeah.
boss.
It's on the janitor coveralls, the little.
Mike, could I get some
Oh, sure.
See if there's anything on him that survived that might be of importance.
Not really.
I have that finger.
We'll check all of them and make sure they don't have something that could be used.
No, they have their weapons, and that's really about it.
Any radios or anything like that?
No, just their comm links, but most of them are damaged,
Okay.
so you can't even
Yeah,
use
go ahead and just put them in. We'll take her out separate and maybe have have some of the UBOs transport her somewhere
them. Yeah, we'll do that.
until he comes back.
Yeah.
Have her put her on ice till he comes back.
I'll get you that guy's grenade launcher.
Okay.
Here you go.
Oh, I probably got one at home somewhere else. I just don't carry
He's
it
got
around
his-
anymore. I used to carry all that shit all around me.
closet. Yeah. Open up all his weapons. Just
Just the rocket launcher, sir. Little Newton,
I'll
maybe.
take that grenade launcher.
okay.
Just as an extra one.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
You can never have too many.
Double fist.
Walking in with 6 grenade launchers hanging off. I'd like to see the manager, please.
Was it like a specially modified? What?
Yeah.
What just a
plain
3
old-
round
Yeah.
grenade launcher.
Yeah. Okay, so you gather everybody up. Yes, the Ubos will actually take her to one of the morgues they control, because that's what they
Okay.
do with a lot of kin. Just put her in one of the morgue refrigerators, keep her until you need her, and then I gather everybody up in the middle, and when you guys leave and give the word, basically the blow, and they're gonna make it look like early demolition.
Okay.
And the good news is, even the bodies, there's probably not going to be much left of them. Even the ones that aren't much left of. So yeah, you'll be able to cover your tracks pretty well.
Okay.
So after that's all said and done, do you get in touch with anybody?
Well, I'll call Jay. I'll take him
Yeah.
and basically have him take a cut,
Okay.
like 5% or whatever.
All right.
I don't really care. We don't keep track of it, but
No.
yeah, have him take a cut and give it to the guys and him for helping out.
Okay.
Saying if Kiko does anything, give her something.
She really doesn't.
Didn't do much.
She's
Okay,
like,
we won't worry about it.
I just delivered this C4, but we
Yeah.
already had it. So yeah.
I imagine Ernie's already cutting embezzling money from me anyway, so I'm not gonna worry about him.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about it.
We need to call Cicero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
call Cicero.
Call Cicero and let her know what's up. Okay.
Let her know the eagle has landed.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Or it's about.
She's actually talked to Sam Nelson and about kind of what your plan was and whether it works. So now that she knows it did work, he's actually got a cover story for what happened.
Okay.
He is going to report back to Target Alpha that it was evidence that Shepard was down here and he had gone rogue. They've actually, Sam has actually put out basically the 2 that you did not catch, that you never saw, Merlin and Doc.
That's right.
He's actually going to put them on like
I thought
the
about that.
hit list. So these are rogue agents. So they are going to be hunted by not only Ken, but by Target Alpha
Oh,
as
actually,
well.
I wonder if can we set those 2 bodies up for the for what I'm being blamed for, because I'm being blamed for the shootout, right?
Actually, between Sam and Cicero, she's actually going to clear your name.
Okay.
Basically, she's going to say that Sam Nelson is going to send an anonymous tip to the police department. These men you were working with were not actual agents. Target Alpha is going to get involved because he's going to say, hey, they went rogue. They're posing as agents. Target Alpha is going to come in, bring a cleaner team, pull all the essential police officers inside. Here's what you need to know. They were not with that. That was false. You know, we've got cover stories. They were militant terrorists, domestic terrorists who were trying to bring down the Chicago Police Department and all this stuff. They are dealt with. Nobody needs to know nothing. And basically, Doc and Merlin are wanted by the Target Alpha agency
Are
themselves.
those the 2 that got killed outside, or
No, those are the 2 that developed the serum. They never showed up.
Oh, they never
were
showed up.
They never here. Well, they're not here,
okay?
but you don't know where they are. So they either bolted or they were waiting in like a van somewhere and realized, oh, we're done. So they're cut loose.
Probably outside of the circle then.
But because they are dabbling in black magic and illegal kin serums that should not be accessible by humans, Target Alpha is going to hunt them now.
Merlin and what was the other guy's name?
Doc. And yeah, essentially they were, you know, the kin are going to hunt them too. So they've got really nowhere to go. So everything is said and done, everything's fine, and basically you guys can return to Wally's after it's all said and done. And I will let you know for the next time we play this. It has been 2 days, and you have not heard a word from, what's your name? Jesse. She left a note on the fridge, and she has been heard from since.
Damn kids.
And we gotta find Jesse.
So that's a teaser for when we play this again someday. Hope you guys like that.
Good storytelling.
Glad we got
Thanks,
that
Dale.
done.
And then we have to do our level up or points.
Yeah, we can do that now. It's 9:14. You guys want to do it
9:15.
I'll do mine later. I'm gonna get back to the house and get.
now? Okay. Well, why don't we just level up next time?
Yeah, we can do that. We can
Yeah,
time
Just do
tomorrow.
it before or next time,
And we're gonna finish up
Thanks for joining
the
us,
deadlands
folks.
that we did last time.
and then start on yours.
Yeah, we can start on the
Awesome.
yeah.
Cool.
So the next game we're playing will be
Deadlands.
We'll finish up the little deadlands we had that we started last week, and then we'll jump into the main storyline that I got for it.
And I will. That'll give me time to read Exalted too. So
next week. Join us on Tuesday for Deadlands. Thanks for playing as Nightlife with us tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks for hanging out. Nice meeting everybody. We'll see you all next Tuesday.
bye.
Don't forget, check out our link tree. Check out all of our links. We're gonna be